I don't know why it shows only the population for full romantic, doesn't show the population for focus. If I change to observer mode, I may replay vision from observer. From one of the observers, nothing changes, so... Blade Master for focus.
Work complete.
Archmage for romantic. Scouting with the footman. The focus builds his base with the burrow in the middle of the town hall and the barracks, kinda protected by the shop.
We're under attack.
Goes for the item first, of course, and Romantic is doing a weird creep route, going for the Murlocs first, which is gonna give him level 2 for sure. And it's less hard than the Murkan. I kind of like this creep route. You do the Murlocs first. Yeah, you take a lot of damage from the poison. But I still think it takes less time than creeping the Merc. It's level 2. And he's stacking without an arcane tower. Focus can easily steal this Murloc here. He's got the claws already, he's got the circlet plus 8 already on this Blade Master, Seek Blade Master already. Almost level 2. Romantic gets the circlet as well. I think he got it at the Murlocs, I'm not sure if he got it at the Murlocs or if he traded the item that he got for the circlet at the shop, so...
My life for the Horde.
Focus is just targeting the Archmage now. Nice creeping, solo creeping with the footman here. He doesn't take any damage, he spreads the damage very well, so everything is pretty much on the green side here. Focus is still not level 2 though. And Romantic is already level 3, so this is one of the easiest level 3 ever. Not yet level 3, but he will be with this camp for sure, so... He gets it now. But again, this base layout of Focus shouldn't make it too easy for Romantic to dive in and cancel burrows. And Focus does a good job chasing down one of those footmen. And the other footmen have been microed back, so Romantic is trying now. Oh no, okay, they are here. It's not getting too much done because of this layout that Focus is using, making it extremely hard for the footman to find the perfect position to apply the damage. So. Actually, Romantic is taking a lot of damage on those footmen and is not achieving anything here. But it's gonna be able to cancel this bestiary. But the bestiary is already in production behind the base, so even if you cancel this one, there's already another bestiary here. So Focus is in a very good spot here. Yes, Romantic got the Tire 3, the Archmage level 3 very fast, but now he's losing Town Portal, took a lot of damage on his footies, and all of that because of the base layout. And look at the experience that Focus is gathering here. Getting the Water Elemental, essentially for free. Look at the experience on the Shadow Hunter, it got almost half on its way towards level 2 just purely by trading. He didn't creep a single camp. Or maybe finished this, I'm not sure if he finished this creep camp with the shadow or if it was already done before. The item was done before for sure, but the other two trolls are done.
Let the killing begin.
Focus finds the Scroll of the Beast, doesn't like the item, sells it immediately. Now solo creeping the Shadow Hunter.
Research complete.
Romantic is level 2 and his Mountain Kill want to be level 3 now. Having this Merc Camp to solo creep the Mountain King is gonna grant him the level 3. That's gonna be perfect creep route for Romantic, but Focus is in a good spot with the
Ready to ride.
Shadow almost level 3. He's gonna get level 3 here at the Murlocs, I think.
We're under attack.
Look at this Blade Master, plus 12 damage already and plus 5.8 armor. Thick Blade Master. Oh, this is not level 3 for the MK.
Ready to ride.
Almost, but not there yet. He needs this camp here. Blade Master, he's on the prowl, he's gonna find a peasant. Come on, solo creep this. Big mistake by Romantic not solo creeping that the Ogre Warrior with the MK. That would have been level 3. Now he's stuck at level 2. Yes, he needs just one kill basically to get the level 3, but it's still one kill that he needs to get while the Shadow is already level 3. Prepared for the fight. X on the Sork. One Sorkless down. Finally level 3 for Romantic. Sitting at 48 with Focus already at 50. 2 Walkers, 2 Raiders. Some piercing damage with the Berserker. First ground falls. And now we have Militia. He went Clap level 2. And he's got a potion of mana, which I really like. You really need that potion. and gets the Raider. Looks good for Romantic. He's trading better here. He didn't lose a single unit. Maybe lost one sorceress, but Focus is down. 40. He's still at 47, not because he's reproducing units, but he lost quite a lot of units over there because he didn't bring his peons from the start. Only now he's bringing his peons, and he loses the Kodam. Focus down at 43 supply. Romantic 43 as well. He lost quite a bunch of units as well here. A good job by Focus staying in this fight. But as soon as this Shadow Hunter is out of mana, it's time to get out of the fight. Mountain King is gonna have another Stormbolt soon. And Romantic is able to find more peasant kills here.
I smell magic in the air.
Our forces are under attack.
The only thing is, this Archmage doesn't have anything. Like, if it gets focused and is near, Romantic is gonna be in trouble. So, I feel like he needs a potion
Our forces are
on
under
the
attack.
Archmage as well, at least an health
I
potion.
smell magic in the air.
No one of the players is breaking up keep so far. MK almost 4, by the way. Shadow also almost 4. Now doing some Invis scouting with the Water Elementals.
Our forces are under attack. Job done.
And Romantic is breaking up keep right now. He is Blade Master with 4 circlets. As soon as he gets level 4, he will be even more scary. And at level 5, Blade Master spirals totally out of control. It's only plus 2.4 armor, so I'm not sure which item did he sell.
Flows of magic.
Because he had 5 plus 8 before. Maybe he had a ring of protection or something. Romantic is at 57 though. Focus is at 50. At this point it's about strategy. You don't want to fight in a bad position. You want to take a good fight. Romantic has a lot of breakers actually. He's got already 7 breakers. 4 sorceresses and 2 priests. I like this army, you don't want to be too heavy on priests, since they die very easily to the Blade Master anyways, just like the sorceresses. You want to put the emphasis on the slow and the front line, the breakers. I don't know if he got Blizzard or if he's still a Water Elemental. We have 3 walkers, and there's some decent dispel. Here's the big fight. Nice clap by Romantic. I still don't know if this is... I think this is clap level 2, yeah, and bolt level 1, because those claps do a lot of damage. But they are somehow countered by the Shadow and now the Healing Scroll, but Romantic's numbers seem to be overwhelming here. He has a lot. Focus is at 46, Romantic is at 60. 14 supply advantage, that another clap. 1 Raider down, Mountain King still has the potion. Now we have an invoke also on the Archmage. And Focus is just taking a lot of damage and it's not doing any damage. Where's the damage? Blade Master is not able to find the backline of casters here, as these breakers are blocking the path. And this MK is basically cleaning up all the raiders. All of them. There's only 1 raider left. The walkers are still standing though, but they are without mana. And this clap is wrecking Focus here. His MK is, no, okay, still far away from level 5. But Archmage is not far from level 5. It's gonna be interesting to see if it gets the Brilliance level 3 or if it gets Water Elementals. I think since these walkers are pretty much out of mana, you can even get Water Elementals. And focus is pretty much nothing left. 40 supply versus 60, 20 supply advantage for the human. He only needs to make sure he doesn't lose the MK. Invulpot, focus on the Blade Master. Blade Master survives thanks to some nice micro in the Spirit Link. So as you can see, the bolt is only level 1 bolt, doesn't do too much, especially if the blade is Spirit Link. Now, Ensnare on the MK, and MK is about to fall and dies to the attack of the Shadow Hunter. But it's not gonna be enough. Focus has nothing. He wants time to heal, but I don't think Romantic is gonna give him that time. He can just rebuy the MK. If he's got the resources, he doesn't, okay? He needs to revive it from the altar. That takes a lot of time, but look at the army, I mean. Focus doesn't even have reinforced defenses, by the way. So I feel like Romantic can just right-click those burrows and create more space and then dive in to the space. Just needs to not overextend too much. It's fine. It's making more priests because it needs healing. And this Blade Master is just always almost permanently slowed. Nice healing wave, putting him to half HP, but oh, there's a level 5 Shadow. You can see how strong the level 3 healing wave is. That's the only reason why Focus is still fighting. But calls for the GG right now, so Romantic takes this map. Well done. I looked pretty good for Focus in the beginning. That defense, the first push against the burrows was almost perfect. Romantic didn't achieve anything over there. And yeah, it was looking very good for Focus. But in all of the fights he got, it was trading bad. So pretty much Romantic won all of the fights. And that's it. Hero levels were also the same. When the fight started, Shadow was level 3, MK was not even level 3, he got to level 3 immediately though at the creep camp that was contested by Focus. And Focus was at 50, Romantic was at 48, but still. From the first fight, Romantic just trading better, getting an advantage and then getting the fruits of that advantage. Switch map right now, we're gonna see Northern Isles, which I feel like is another good orc map. Because of the human base being very far from the orc base, it takes a lot of time to reach the other side of the map. But at the same time you can creep quite easily. There are a lot of greens that you can creep. And you can even try and go for this orange at the beginning. If you predict that your opponent is going to get the green.
Ready to work.
But some orcs just like to go and creep this camp here. For the item at the start, they don't go for the instant harass. But if the orc speed scrolls and goes for the instant harass, I think it might arrive in time here to punish this camp. But Focus is not doing that, he's going for the item, so Romantic could even creep that camp. But oh, it's a fire or tower rush. Yeah. Militia is moving. It's simply gonna be a fire or tower rush. So
Work complete.
all of the discussions about creeping patterns don't matter in this game because this is not a standard game, it's gonna be a tower rush. Even though this strategy is actually standard, a lot of people are doing that, so it's nothing new, it's nothing strange, it's just a very common strategy, but it's not gonna be a straight up game, it's gonna be a game that relies around towers. Will those towers go up or not? That's the question. So, Fire taking a few hits, but that's normal. It's just buying time essentially. Of course you don't want to lose it. But you need to make sure that the towers go up. If those towers don't go up, the game is pretty much over. So,
We're under attack.
and you want to split those lava spawns, but Romantic is not finding any target.
Complete.
He's reviving his hero right now. Focus is gonna get level 2 here thanks to the kill, the first creep camp that he got. So Focus is prioritizing level 2, so he's gonna have crit and windwalk. That's gonna help him a lot to defend this push. And the lava spawns didn't do anything again because there wasn't any target to focus by Romantic, and if this tower falls it's kinda bad for the human. He needs mass repair fast, but the damage is enough. The tower falls, now we have only one arcane. And already second barracks for Focus. He's super prepared to hold this. And tier 2 almost finishes. So basically he's gonna hold this push with a 1 burrow attack.
Work complete.
Attacked with 1 burrow. He's in a very good position now, because if he gets 2 demolishers out fast,
Work
those demolishers will wreck the towers. And Romantic doesn't even have a shop here. To get clarities, to get more lava spawns. And it's gonna take him forever to take down these barracks.
Upgrade complete.
He has 5 footmen, but those footmen are not doing anything. They're not applying the damage. I'm not sure why. I think he just doesn't want to lose them to the blade. He knows that the moment he starts attacking the barracks with the footmen, the blade master will start attacking the footmen, and this blade master already has +6 with the claws, so Romantic is choosing to save
Work
the
complete.
foodies. And right now he uses all of them to go for the barracks. But those 2 repair peons seems like they are more than enough to hold this. And this is not working out for Romantic at all.
Ready to work.
2 demolishers already. That's why I don't like this tile. Not only it's not easy to do, because you have to be very precise and everything, but if your opponent knows the counter and is prepared for that, it's actually not difficult to hold it. It looks like an extremely easy game for Focus here. Romantic didn't kill a single building, and I believe he didn't kill a single unit. Now he's gonna kill a peon, not even. 0 experience on this Fire Lord. Now he's trying to go for these demolishers, but look at this tower. Just strategically positioned in the middle of the base together with the burrow. He cannot reach those demolishers, only now finally getting one of them. First experience for the Fire Lord. Footmen have defend, but they needed to kill all of those demolishers, and there's no way. These foodies are taking quite a beating despite having defend. Romantic tried to micro raid Firelord when he started, but he couldn't do anything against the speed scroll. Blade Master with speed scroll was just faster. Now he's gonna get rid of the shop, I think. But I mean, 3 demolishers. Romantic has a lot of wood though. But he can't reach those demolishers and calls for the GG. So easy hold here by Focus. I don't even know if that's a good map to do that. Clearly didn't work for him this time. Kind of a big bet, like I said before. Now we change matchup. We're gonna see 2 different players, Infi versus Lawliet, with their standard races. So it's gonna be Human versus Night Elf. Infi versus Lawliet.
Ready to work.
Oh, Ancient of War creep here. So he wants to go for this Ogre Magi. Of course, if the human expands or goes for the same Ogre here, then you can do that without getting punished.
Ready to work.
But I think even if the human moves immediately and goes here, since they don't have a speed scroll, you're not gonna be able to do much. Maybe you can get the Ancient of War, but I don't think it's possible to get the Ogre Magi. I never tried that, but as human you don't have a coil, you don't have Windwalk. So
Build more farms.
I feel like if you come here to try and challenge, contest this camp, the elf is still gonna get the item, the experience, and then maybe you're gonna get the Ancient of War, but it's not worth it. You lose a lot of time and you get nothing. So let's see how Infi decides to open.
Ready to work. Job done.
Oh, Warden for the light. That's what I want to see. That's what I want to see. I want to see some Warden game. Warden on Northern Isles. I think it's the first time I see it in a pro ladder game. Even this is a ladder game, I think. I'm not sure, but I think. But in the recent tournaments on this map, it was always keeper of the Groner. Now it's gonna be a Warden. Scroll of the Beast is not the item that he wanted, so kind of unlucky item. He could get greater Invul, he could get greater mana against the Scroll of the Beast. So I feel like that's a better item for humans. You can use it with a rifle push, and with the Scroll of the Beast it's like insane damage. The Warden wants the Invul, or even better the greater mana. So going for the peasants here, getting the level 2 by finishing the camp. And Lawliet has mana for 1 more Fan of Knives, almost 2 Fan of Knives. So he should be able to find at least 2 more peasant kills here. quite easily, but it took quite a beating already, so Infi is playing around this warden quite nicely so far. But this is the easiest part, of course. Blink, one more peasant down, and now it's without mana, but it's gonna find another kill with the right click. Now it's time to get out. So he got 3 peasants overall, and the warden becomes very scary at level 4. Level 3 is already very good, but at level 4 she starts to spiral out of control, and at level 5 she can pretty much solo your human army with the level 3 Fan of Knives or level 3 Shadow Strike, and then just blinking in and out of the fights, and then when it gets level 6 it's pretty much GG, unless you have like 20-30 supply food advantage, because the spirits of the Avatar of Vengeance are unkillable, and usually at that point the warden has got bears for reju, so she cannot die and whatever. So that's certainly Lawliet's goal here, to carry the game with the warden. Loses the Ancient of Wonders though, that's very bad for Lawliet. It doesn't have access to clarity potions, so Infi is playing this very aggressively, prioritizing aggression towards level 3. I like that. I think you have to do that against the warden.
Job's done.
You can't let the warden creep, get his levels, hair levels. And Infi is attacking a lot here. Attack didn't start yet.
Under attack.
I want to look at the resources. 143 for I don't know who is who actually, because sometimes the colors that appear here in the layout are different from those that of the replay vision. So I'm not sure who is who.
Our forces are under attack.
If he's still not level 3 though, and far away from there.
Ready to work.
Lawliet almost level 3, but with no expansion. Where is his counter expansion actually? He doesn't have a counter expansion. It's just stacking to tier 2. Doesn't get the boots of speed, so I don't know what Lawliet is doing actually. I mean, yes, you have a warden, but at some point you need to either push or counter expand, because you can't play 1 base versus 2 bases. Even with a warden, if the human pushes you with 70 food, then you cannot hold.
Forces are under attack.
So Panda second, so it's not gonna be one of those crazy warden. It's not gonna be the solo warden.
Ready to work.
But those foodies are easy to kill now thanks to the Breath of Fire and the Fan of Knives. Come on, one more fan.
Job's done.
One more fan. Doesn't do that. But he saved almost all of his archers. Infi is staffing out now. It looks pretty good for Infi actually. He has expansion, he's stacking almost halfway towards level 2. Soon he's gonna have a lot of gold. And this warden is only level 3. Needs to find more peasant kills.
Our forces are under attack.
And this counter expansion is gonna be so late. Oh, very nice move by Lawliet. Staffing inside the wisps here, inside the main where there's no arcane tower. He realizes that the main was exposed, and so he goes for the main and he slaughters all of these peasants. Not all of them, but most of them. And Infi cannot remake them because he's stacking, so that's actually the move that Lawliet needed to get back into this game, and this buys him a lot of time, and maybe it can compensate for the fact that his stack is late. I mean, that his expansion is late. His stack is not late, his stack is perfect, but his counter expansion is very late, so he needed to do that damage, and he did. Will that be enough? I don't know. We will see. Oh, those foodies. They're just lining up for another breath. And another Fan of Knife. Oh, there's gonna be so many kills. Do it! Come on! Ah! I believe it's overall was a triple kill. The final Fan of Knives killed 2 foodies, but
Ready to work.
very good trade for Lawliet, who even finds
Our forces are under attack.
Pendant of Energy here. Perfect item for this warden. She just needs some clarities right now.
Search complete.
He should have a shop. Still doesn't have a shop. He didn't rebuild it.
Job's
So
done.
he can't get clarities. This warden is without mana, and the moon juice is all gone. So just think what the Warden could do right now if she was full mana. All of those footmen would be dead. Lawliet loses a Warden, a Dryad here. That's not optimal. But he's doing what the elf is supposed to do right now. Just trying to diminish the numbers of the human. Finding those kills, finding those pickups. Not letting the human just reach 70 supply untouched. Applying some damage, buying time for the expansion, which is super late, like I said before. And he's just going mass Dryads. I think, yeah, that's the right play here. He doesn't have time to reach tier 3, he needs something fast. And now he's going for the Archmage, almost kills the Archmage, but there's a TP and now we have rifles on the field. So we have something that counters the Dryads. Panda is almost level 3 though. So these heroes are scary already. And MK of course only level 1. So Lawliet and not having a great early game but having a decent mid game. Both players at 46. Expo for Lawliet is up, not mining yet, but it's gonna be mining soon. And now he's gonna take these 2 camps. If he takes both of these 2 camps, I think he's gonna be in a position of victory. Because this map has... Yes, this map has a lot of camps, but those 2 camps are very important. Especially the marketplace here gives an extremely good item. You can get healing words, you can get greater mana, you can get... I forgot the other items, but it's all good items, so you wanna creep that one first. You don't wanna give that camp to your opponent. And Lawliet, 4 on the Warden, 3 on the Panda. Those rifles are gonna get roasted by this area of effect. And the Archmage is out of position! Almost dying to the Breath of Fire.
Job's done.
Infi so far has no answers to this Warden Dryad play. I think he needs mortars badly. But can he keep his Archmage alive? I don't think you can play this without Paladin at this point. He needs to go tier 3, he needs to get a Paladin. I don't think tier 2 is gonna win him this game. His push is gonna come too late. This is the timing where the human has to push. But he can't, because he lost a lot of his units. He has to rebuy TP or scrolls. But looks like he has a lot of gold right now. I think Infi is the guy that you see with 1100 gold.
Our forces are under attack.
So he has quite a bank. And MK is gonna get level 3 here. So nice creeping now by Infi, but like I said before, Lawliet is gonna be able to take the most important camp here in the middle, gets the Wand of the Wind.
Research complete.
And not tier 3 for the human. So no inner fire, no paladin, just staying at tier 2. 0-0 rifles. But now Lawliet is catching up massively in supply. So at the end of the day, all of the advantage of the expansion that Infi had in the early game is gone. He didn't profit from that. He didn't profit from that at all. Hero levels are better for Lawliet. Army composition is still better for Lawliet. It's gonna have bears soon. I know, it's gonna go mountain giants, alright. So Infi, I don't think Infi is gonna kill anything on that fight, to be honest. Because before he can focus down those dryads, the taunt should deflect the focus fire of the rifle, so you cannot micro against 2 mountain giants. So you can simply kite the dryads back and then you kill all the rifles with the spells, Breath of Fire and Fan of Nice. So Lawliet is in the perfect position in this game. Infi needs to find a hero kill. Hero kills are the only way for Infi to get back into this game, but how? There's a staff of course on the Warden, so this panda is not gonna die. This warden can just blink in once again and kill everything! Which it does.
Our forces are under attack.
Of course he does. Of course he does. And this
Our
warden,
town is
almost
under
level
siege.
5.
Locked and loaded.
And humans seem
Forces are under
to not
attack.
have found a counter to this hero. Nice Dryad split by Lawliet. So this is the hard part. Control your Dryads, don't let them die against the human base. And at the same time control your hero and find those kills. That takes some multitasking to do that, so...
Research complete.
Spamming Fan of Knives is not hard, but spamming it while doing other stuff on the map, that's the challenge. Decent hero levels now for Infi, but I'm afraid it's not gonna be enough. This warden is already 5 and Panda is almost 4 and we have 4 mountain giants already, like an unbreakable wall of stone. An unbreakable wall of stone, and all that Infi has is Tier 2. Tier 2 stuff.
Locked and loaded.
And I don't think you can beat Elf with Tier 2. You can't. If you don't rifle push. If you rifle push, of course, yes. But you have a timing window. If you don't rifle push the Elf, if you expand, then you have to go Tier 3. You can't beat Tier 3 Elf with Tier 2. Doesn't work. Rifles are very good at pushing. When the elf is still taking to Tier 3, but at this stage of the game, and against a level 5 warden, rifles don't do anything, so Infi is somehow trying to stay into this game, but he's in pretty much an unwinnable position. 0-0 though on this mountain giants, 1-1 on the rifles. Maybe if he had 3-1 rifles, he could get rid of those dryads faster, but without Tier 3 you cannot even get 3-1 rifles. This could have been a nice creep jack by Infi, but no way. Lawliet sees that coming and gets the big item and runs away. We have 78 food versus 75, so... Infi is pushing again. If you could somehow get rid of all those dryads, but look at this warden, just always hitting from the back. She doesn't even have boots of speed. And this is so stressful to deal with. It takes a lot of APM, a lot of multitasking to save those units from the back, reposition. It's all extra work that you don't want to do. Looks like Infi is gonna be able to get this camp, which is gonna give him level 4 on the MK. Pretty good, but actually I think the only win condition for Infi is if he gets the Mountain King level 5 and he kills the Warden. If he gets MK level 5 and he kills the Warden, and then with mortars he kills these trees, he could still win this game. But if he doesn't kill the Warden, even if he kills this tree, I'm not sure he's gonna win, because guess what, Lawliet's gonna have another one here. And this is exactly what I'm talking about. Taunt is just neutralizing all of those rifles who don't find their targets. They can't reach the dryads. Very bad fan of knife by Lawliet. Hitting absolutely nothing over there, so that was a mistake by Lawliet. Infi has to use the scroll, nice timing. But again, he's not finding the kills. Those tries are just not dying. Oh, and he's going tier 3 right now. Finally, going for those frag shards. MK is taking quite a beating, doesn't have any healing potion. MK is about to fall, but saved. Just barely saved. So those dryads took quite a beating from those mortars. I think with frag shards, Infi should be able to do even better. Now he's towering this position, so he can like fortify his position and push. I really like that. That's gonna help him a lot. 2 towers is not too much, to be honest. If he had 3 it would be a lot more solid, but it's better than nothing. And I really like mortars. Like, mortars are making all the difference in this game so far. The only reason that Infi is still in this game is because of mortars. Just going for the tree. And Lawliet can't be everywhere at the same place. Very nice strategic game by Infi here. Gets rid of the Expo, but Lawliet still has the other one. And now Infi can just expand. Maybe it's too greedy. He needs gold for tier 3 stuff. He's getting frag shards right now. If he gets rid of this tree, is nice. And it's more experience for the MK, just a little bit though. This warden absolutely out of control right now. Bumps in with the redo. And the anti-magic potion. But those 4 2-2 mortars, by the way, they are just destroying these buildings. And so far, these mortars absolute MVP of this match. Even though I still think that Lawliet is in a good position. Because he's gonna win the fight. Lawliet still has the better fighting army. Finds a lot of kill with the Fan of Knives. His wounded is almost level 6, so Infi is still in a very bad spot. Despite the nice strategic move of getting rid of Lawliet's expansion. The question is, how can Infi win a fight? He's not getting a 3rd hero. He's gonna get Inner Fire, I'm assuming though. No. These priests, they're just adept. They're not masters. And he doesn't have scrolls, because he doesn't have access to the shop. Lawliet can just send wisps and expand everywhere, but this has not been cracked yet, so he can only expand here. And by the way, the Warden is still the greater mana. Inner Fire finally researching for Infi, who's gonna be running out of gold pretty much right now.
Our forces are under attack.
Slowing down the Warden, but he can't surround it and he has to Town Portal once again. Taking a very bad trade. Losing Town Portal. Losing a lot of HP. He has to buy the healing scroll right now immediately and he just has no answer to this Warden. Boom, Breath of Fire. We don't have any healing scroll, Fan of Knives. Zeppelin can't arrive in time.
Our forces are under attack.
And this is just insane. It's a nightmare for the humans.
Research complete.
Why would you even play a Keeper of the Grove when you have a hero like that?
Research complete. Our gold mine has collapsed.
So if he's without gold right now, he has to take this spot here. That's his only chance, and defend this position. Otherwise, he's gonna lose the game. But the Warden is gonna slaughter all of these peasants. Infi was able to save 3 of them here, actually 4. And now he's gonna try and drag this fight to the towers, I think. He has to do some serious kiting here. He risk-killed MK to clap, but now he doesn't have damage against the Warden. Still, this Warden is taking quite a beating, just barely saving it. Lawliet is. Very good micro by Infi, but this is just insane. And he doesn't have healing scrolls. Level 5 for the Archmage. MK still has the Invul pot. He wants to throw another clap. But the Warden is finding the backline once again. GG. Super one-sided game. Pretty much denied of always ahead. And Lawliet's Warden hits again. Lawliet Warden hits again.
The damned stand ready. The damned stand ready.
Romantic versus WFD.
A player's forces are under attack.
So that's a very good item with a mana here. WFT didn't grip a single cap, he just went for the instant arrest, which is something the Asians, the undead Asians don't do that often.
A player's forces
They always
are under attack.
grip at least one camp. And now he's going for the expansion, which I like. I think human at this level they have to expand. They can hold an expansion, they should be able to do that. I think one base is just too difficult against undead. Okay. So very good for Romantic, almost level 3. WFC is still level 1. He's not finding anything in this harass here. Even losing the skeleton, so very bad harass for WFC. 5 peasants still alive. This footman didn't take absolutely any damage. Romantic needs just 1 skeleton to get level 3. One skeleton and he's level 3. And didn't take absolutely
Player's
any
forces
damage.
are under attack.
Romantic needs just 1 skeleton to get level. Nice footman movement here, finding the position of the Death Knight, keeping track of him. Gloves and mantle, perfect. I mean, can you get more lucky than that? Romantic got super lucky in this early game. He got the gloves of attack +9, the mantle for more mana, more intelligence, and the greater mana. I mean, that's just perfect. Perfect items for Romantic. And this sad Death Knight, still level 1. I mean, human in the absolute control of this game so far. I mean, this is as good as it gets, okay? It doesn't get any better than that. And you have level 3 and you can go for the Fiends and you have the Boots of Speed, so you're gonna kill the Fiend. Because this Fiend is dead. There's no escaping from the claws of attack +9. Absolutely no escaping. What is what WFC gonna do here? Doesn't even have a Lich. Where's... Okay, it does have a Lich. But he's not finding the foodies. The foodies are at base. And Romantic is just walling off his base with Lumber Mill.
Player's forces are under attack.
So many footmen, by the way.
Town is under siege.
Tier 2 is almost number for Romantic. And this Death Knight is just barely level 2. So this is the timing for WFC to find some kills, now or never. He needs to roast all of those foodies and get experience. He needs this Lich to level 2 and level 3 as soon as possible. He wants to get back into this game. He doesn't want to use Nova. Oh, finally uses it. Finds a few kills. That's level 2.
Forces are under attack.
And at this point, oh, but he's losing the statue. Oh my god. You cannot lose the statue! You can't lose the statue, but look at this footman micro blocking the path. And the Archmage gets the kill. Absolute perfection play by Romantic here. I mean, normally we see the undead just pushing the expansion, placing himself in front of the expansion here with 4 fiends, 2 statues, and then you just keep losing peasants and everything, but there's nothing like that in this game. It's just
A player's forces
absolute
are under
domination
attack.
by the human who's feeling so comfortable that he can just get double workshop and play tanks here.
A town is under siege.
And it all started with a terrible harass that did nothing for WFT.
A player's forces are under attack.
He's gonna get a Dreadlord third though. Maybe with some hero kills. That's his only way to get back into this game. Footmen are now sneakily trying to penetrate this base.
A player's forces are under attack. A town is under siege.
Dreadlord is out. Death Knight is fine because he's got an invul potion. He needs a health potion though. Doesn't want to go for that. It's kinda greedy by WFT. He's counting only on the region of his base. Nice Nova, hitting everything. Come on, Carrion's Word. Ah, but he went for sleep. Yeah, that's nice for some control over the Archmage. And now Romantic is losing everything, so it can't stay here. Nice defense by WFT. This was pretty much the best trade that he took in the entire game, I think. Bringing the Lich almost level 3. This camp is gonna be level 3 for the Lich, but he's down 1 base. And Tier 3 is almost ready for the human. Then we're gonna have a Paladin, we're gonna have Knights. Knights and Gyros. Okay, this is double. It's not tanks, it's double
A player's forces are
workshop
under attack.
into Knights and Gyros clearly. We only have 1 barracks though. Okay, it's gonna make a Sanctum and Aviary. Interesting. So it's gonna be a mix of everything. Maybe Copters, Griffins, Knights, some Inner Fire or Breakers, I don't know. I have no idea. I have no idea what he's gonna do. That's the parry up. He has a lot. It's very heavy on those flying machines though. They only have 1 destroyer, so. But they're good for scouting, so he's expecting those destroyers
Players'
pretty hard.
forces are under attack.
WFZ though is getting away with a lot of creeping here. He's gonna get this Dreadlord to level 2. So he's gonna have Carrion's Worm. And this nuke potential by the undead is scary right now. Level 3, 3, 2. Coil Nova Carrion's Worm. It's gonna wreck that Archmage.
A player's forces are under attack.
So Romantic needs to be careful not to lose his hero. But his MK is also on its way towards level 3. I don't know why he's not solo creeping it. Because you don't need to have a level 5 Archmage. And he's not gonna get level 5 by creeping anyways. So. Come on, solo creep the MK. Get the MK to level 3 and then you're fine.
A player's forces
So
are
it's
under attack.
Griffons, Breakers, and Flying Machines. Okay. And WFZ is counter-expanding, prioritizing the tower, which I agree with. We need some defense for the push that is gonna come soon. MK almost level 3. Oh, Warzone Battle Drums for WFT. Good item. +3 on the Fiends right now. Leech is already +40. Oh, finds the double claws. Claws +9 and claws +6. +23 Leech. Together, I mean, because he has the Warzone Battle Drums as well, it's a scary Leech. So WFZ still has a few chances thanks to that strong Leech. And maybe the expansion, but expansion is not up and running yet. Old Mine didn't even start. Boneyard! He's gonna get a Frostworm! He's gonna get a Frostworm. Against mass flying machines? He only has 3 Fiends for web. I'm not sure about that really.
A player's forces are under attack.
Frostworm is perfect against Knights and Heroes. You can go for hero kills quite easily with the Frostworm, thanks to the slow. But look at the amount of flying machines that Romantic has. They have 1 armor and these flying machines will absolutely wreck that Frostworm. Like, that Frostworm won't have the time to shoot at anything really. Unless WFZ finds a way to web all of those flying machines before they can put the damage. That's not easy. 1-0 Griffons.
A player's forces are under attack.
Romantic is a 78, by the way. His army doesn't look that big, but that's because he has a lot of flying machines. And he has a lot of peasants. Look how many peasants he has for width, since you can't go for a shredder on this base. So a lot of that supply is peasants. Just peasants.
A player's forces are under attack.
But this expo is not gonna go up for WFZ, no way. Nice illusion on the Frostworm to confuse the human. Look at those flying machines, absolutely ripping that illusion apart with a few shots. And Romantic is gonna micro his copters, it's not like he's not gonna do the micro. So even with perfect worm micro, I don't think you can do that, but very well done by WFZ, webbing everything and kiting. Nice micro here by WFZ. He's actually getting rid of all the flying machines, and I believe he didn't lose a single unit yet, but the Death Knight is under pressure, needs to use the Invul Pot. Nice Holy Light on the MK. Carrion's Worm is only level 2 sadly. Oh no, it's level 2 Carrion's Worm. I mean, I was about to say it's only level 1, but no. So actually WFZ still has a chance here, thanks to his strong heroes. Because this Dreadlord can pretty much take care of these copters by himself. So WFZ still has a worm, Frostworm, and is gonna produce another one. And he still has plenty of gold. And this army is proven to be better fighting army than Romantic. Romantic is now stuck into his own base, he's gonna lose all of these towers, that's so bad. Such a big investment gone for the human here. And they also give experience, by the way. Actually they don't, because they are not upgraded. So if they are not upgraded, they won't give experience.
A town is under siege.
That Wand of Illusion did so much for WFZ in this game. So much for him. Oh, alright. Actually, I didn't see the animation hitting all of those copters. Oh, Dreadlord is under pressure, he needs to save him, he needs a coil, but the Holy Light executes him. And with that, it's gonna be the end of WFZ. Without the Earth effect, without the Carrion's Worm, how are you gonna deal with those copters? He needed to save that Dreadlord, he couldn't do that, and now he's in a horrible spot. Very nice mic on the destroyer, but the 2 worms are actually standing. But he needed the 3rd hero, which is of course is not easy to micro all of that stuff, but Now it's getting harder for WFC, who's still trading pretty well considering what he has, considering that copters are so fast. He needs a coil badly on that worm, it gets it. 2 armor upgrade plus frost armor. Those frost worms are really tanky. Finds another copter here. Oh, and the expo is up! But more and more towers for Romantic. Nice multitasking by the human, who's now almost level 3 on this paladin. Yep, just 1 kill, 1 acolyte away from level 3. 2 acolytes away from level 3 because he's sharing the experience, otherwise that would have been level 3. And once these towers are up, I think the game is secured for Romantic. It gets the expansion, and there's no chance anymore for WFZ. Well done by Romantic, but it wasn't easy actually. WFZ did a very good job with that worm micro, just like he's doing right now. Constantly moving his units, not letting them die. At this point, the damage is too much, loses the worm, loses the other, and that's GG. Well played by both. Alright, that's it. Now I'm gonna play leather.